Okay. Here, today we have to discuss the law of conservation of linear momentum in detail. Law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay. Here, we know according to Newton's second law of motion, force acts on the body is equal to rate of change in momentum. No? According to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change in the momentum of a body is equal to F is equal to dP by dt, where P is the linear momentum of the body. Okay, so rate of change in linear momentum means dP by dt. That indicates it is the change in momentum in a time dt seconds. Then what is the change in momentum per second? That is called rate of change in linear momentum, which is equal to net force acts on a body according to Newton's second law of motion. So when no external force acts on the body, here this is a net external force. When no external force acts on the body means this is equal to 0. Then dP by dt is equal to 0 or dP is equal to 0. Then only dP by dt becomes 0. dP is equal to 0 means there is a change in momentum is 0 or momentum remains constant. No? Therefore, linear momentum remains constant. Linear momentum that remains constant. So when no external force acts on a system, then momentum of the all particles in a system remains constant or conserved. When no external force acts on a body, acts on a system, you take in general, acts on a system. System may consist of single body or maybe having more than one body. Okay, so when no external force acts on system, the total momentum of all bodies, total momentum or linear momentum, total linear momentum of all bodies in a system remains constant. Here it is the law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, so when no external force acts on a system, the total momentum, you write plural, total momenta of all bodies in a system remains constant or conserved. Momenta means momentum of all bodies. So momenta of all bodies in a system remains constant. It is the plural of momentum. Okay, so momenta of all bodies in a system remains constant. Therefore, P system is equal to constant. Okay, here so P system is equal to constant. Okay, suppose here one example I want to say here. Example 1, suppose there are two bodies having masses m1 moving with a velocity u1 and another body having mass m2 moving with a velocity initially u2. Here in this system there are two bodies. Of course, I said I think this is example here. Okay, there are two bodies in a system having masses m1 m2 moving with velocities u1 and u2. After some time, of course here u1 greater than u2, after some time these two bodies collide each other, and after collision, here this is the situation before collision. After collision, the velocity of the first body becomes v1 and the velocity of the second body becomes v2. Then here this is the after collision. So before collision, what is the linear momentum of the system? Before collision, what is the linear momentum of the system? Before collision, what is the linear momentum of the system? Before collision, linear momentum of this body is m1 u1, this body is m2 u2. So linear momentum of the two bodies in a system before collision is m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Suppose if they are in different directions, then we can write in vector form also. If these are in different directions, before collision these are moving in different directions, after collision these two are moving in different directions. Okay, if no external force acts on the system, then total moment of the two bodies before collision means m1 u1 bar plus m2 u2 bar is equal to total moment of the two bodies in a system after collision. That means m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar. It is the case when no external force acts on the system. or as the two bodies before and after collision, they travel along the same direction, we can write simply m1 u1 is plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 u2. Suppose before collision, if this body travel in opposite direction, then we have to substitute u2 negative. We have to substitute u2 negative. If the both bodies travel along the same straight line, then we can write simply if the two bodies travel along same straight line, before and after collision, comma, then simply you need not write in vector form. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Suppose before collision, these two bodies travel along the same straight line, but m2 is in opposite direction like this. Then while substituting the data here, we had to put minus sign. While substituting the data here, we have to substitute minus sign. Okay. So if all travel along the same direction, then we have to use the positive sign only, like this. It is the case of collision. Here, whenever the one particle makes collision with the other in a system, one particle exerts some force on the other particle. That is the internal force of the system. Because in a system, there are number of bodies. Because of collision among them, one body exerts the force on the other body. That is the internal force. On the system as a whole, suppose if you apply any external force, then we can say there is external force. But among the particles in a system, if one particle exerts the force on the other particle, that is called internal force. Internal force cannot alter the total momentum of the system. Internal force can change the momentum of individual particle, but the total momentum of the system does not alter due to internal forces. So because of internal forces only, when this particle makes collision with this one, this particle exerts the force on this particle, that is the internal force, that is the action. This particle exerts the force on this one, that is also internal force, that is the reaction. Because of this, the moment of these two particles changes. Individual particles changes, but the total momentum of the all particles in a system does not alter. That's why before collision, whatever the total momentum, after collision, the total momentum remains constant or conserved. Okay, this is one example. Next, example 2. Here, when bullet is fired from the gun, when bullet is fired from the gun, okay, suppose here we see, initially here there is a gun, okay, the mass of the gun is capital M, and mass of the bullet here is say small m. Okay, here it is the gun and here it is the bullet. It is for bullet. It is the gun. Initially, before firing, the bullet is at rest inside the gun and the gun is also at rest. Okay, when bullet is fired from the gun, then the velocity of the bullet with respect to gun, that means velocity of the bullet with respect to gun, that is equal to relative velocity of bullet with respect to gun. Velocity of the bullet with respect to gun is equal to, say, VR, V relative. With respect to gun, the bullet comes out with a velocity VR that is given. So V relative is equal to VR bar, say. That means with respect to gun, with what velocity the bullet comes out, that is VR. So that is the velocity of the bullet with respect to gun, or that is the relative velocity of the bullet with respect to gun, that is VR given. Okay. Excuse me. Then after firing, after bullet is fired from the gun, with what velocity the gun moves? Generally, we know, even in movies or in military, when they fire the bullets, then the gun move back like this, no? With what velocity the gun move back, or with what velocity the gun recoils? We may call like that. Okay. So in order to find them, here before firing, after firing, suppose the bullet is here. After firing, the bullet and gun both travel along the same straight line in this case. Okay, now here, whenever the bullet is fired, by press the trigger, then the trigger or inside the mechanism inside the gun exert the force on the bullet. That is the internal force. That is action. Then when bullet comes out, then the bullet, because of that action, when bullet comes out, at the same time, the bullet emerges out from the gun, exert the reaction force on the gun. Due to that, they move back. That means here, this gun obeys the law of Newton's third law of motion. And also, here the force exerted by the gun on the bullet or bullet on the gun, that is the internal force. No external force acts on the system of bullet and gun. Okay? Yeah. So here no external force acts on the gun and bullet system. Okay, that's why it obeys the law of conservation of linear momentum also. So here also action reaction acts. Here also action reaction acts. For every action here there is equal and opposite reaction that obeys, and according to law of conservation of linear momentum, here it is applicable. Law of conservation of linear momentum is applicable here. Already I explained why it is applicable. Internal force only acts, no external force acts on the bullet gun system. Okay, now you see velocity of the bullet with respect to gun is equal to VR. That is equal to velocity of the bullet minus velocity of the gun. No, velocity of the bullet with respect to gun is given. That is VR. That is equal to velocity of the bullet minus velocity of the gun. We can write according to the definition of the relative velocity. Okay, can we write like this or not? Velocity of the bullet with respect to gun is equal to velocity of the bullet minus velocity of the gun. We can write no? Okay, now from this, what is the velocity of the bullet? Velocity of the bullet VB bar is equal to velocity of bullet with respect to gun plus velocity of the gun. We have to find VG. Okay, so therefore, as before and after collision, as both travel along the same straight line, you see velocity of the bullet with respect to gun is in this direction. Velocity of the bullet is in this direction. That's why these two are positive. We have to find VZ. Okay, that's why we can write in scalar form also. We can write like this only. VB is equal to VBZ. Okay, first you write in vector form only. Then we can write in magnitude. We can write. Okay, first you keep like this only. So this is equation 1. So from this velocity of the bullet we know. Now okay, from this, now you apply the law of conservation of linear momentum, because velocity of the bullet with respect to ground we know. Velocity of the gun with respect to earth or with respect to ground we need. It is the velocity of the bullet with respect to earth, because no second substitution is there. That's why it is the velocity of the bullet with respect to earth. Here velocity of the gun with respect to earth. So after firing, with what velocity gun will move? That means velocity of the gun is how much we have to find. Here before firing, bullet is at rest and gun is also at rest. That's why according to law of conservation of linear momentum, before firing total momentum, after firing total momentum, both are equal. Total momentum before firing, momentum is linear momentum of the system. Total momentum before firing is equal to total momentum after firing. Total momentum after firing. After bullet is fired or after firing. Okay. Total momentum before firing means before the bullet is fired, gun is at rest and bullet is also at rest. That's why total momentum is what is the doubt, Susan? What is the meant by law of conservation of linear momentum means? Already I said no, initially only when no external force acts on the system, the total momentum of all particles in a system remains constant or conserved. That is the law of conservation of linear momentum. LCLM means already I wrote here no, law of conservation of linear momentum. Simply we can write like this, I said already. Okay, right. Total momentum before collision, before firing, bullet is at rest, gun is also at rest. That's why momentum of the bullet plus momentum of the gun both are 0. After firing, mass of the bullet is taken as small m into velocity of the bullet VB bar plus mass of the gun is capital M into velocity of the gun is VZ bar after firing. Are you following? Okay, right. So 0 is equal to m into what is VB bar? From equation 1, since from 1, VB bar means VBZ bar plus VZ bar. Plus, instead of VB, we have substituted this one into plus m into VZ bar. Okay, therefore we need here this is equal to m into, split them, m into VBZ bar plus m into VZ bar plus capital M into VZ bar. So you take VZ bar common, then small m plus capital M into VZ bar. Okay, therefore we need VZ bar. You keep this here only, you bring this to left, then m into VBZ bar is equal to m minus m into VBZ bar is equal to m plus m into VZ bar. So we need velocity of the gun. So velocity of the gun bar is equal to minus m into VBZ bar by m plus capital M. Okay. Now VBZ bar means velocity of the bullet with respect to gun, that is fired in this direction. No? Velocity of the bullet with respect to gun is in this direction. Okay. That's why it is towards right, means positive. Okay. Then we got minus sign. That means it is the gun move backwards with a velocity Vz. So as before and after firing, both travel along the same straight line, but bullet travel in forward direction, gun move backward direction. That's why you remove the vector form, just you write Vz is equal to minus m into velocity of bullet with respect to gun by small m plus capital M. Or this is equal to minus m into velocity of bullet with respect to gun means relative velocity of bullet with respect to gun by small m plus capital M. In this way, here this velocity is called the velocity of the gun, velocity of gun. So minus sign represents the whenever the bullet is fired in forward direction, then the gun move in backward direction. That is the importance of the negative sign. Therefore, recoil speed of the gun, recoil speed of gun Vz is equal to, recoil speed means recoil itself represents the gun move back. That's why when you write recoil speed, then in such case you need not write minus sign, because recoil speed itself represents the gun move back when bullet is fired in forward direction. Okay, that's why Vz is equal to, simply we can write mvr by m plus capital M, mvr by m plus m capital M, or that is equal to m into vbz by velocity of bullet with respect to gun. It is also called as the muzzle velocity, m plus capital M. Here this velocity is called velocity of bullet with respect to gun, or velocity of the relative velocity of the bullet with respect to gun, or that is also called as the muzzle velocity of the bullet. Muzzle velocity of bullet. Muzzle velocity of the bullet. So this is the formula for recoil speed. Okay, or velocity of the gun is equal to this one. In any way we can write. I think based on this concept, now you can do the one problem in our material, in our question paper. So one problem is clarified. You can do now. Okay. Next, one more example I want to say. Shall I erase this one? Shall I erase? Okay, I'm recording. Definitely, I will upload in the YouTube. Okay, no problem. Right. Next, one more example. Example 3. Boatman system. Boatman system. Okay. Suppose on the surface of the water there is a boat. On the surface of the water there is a boat having mass capital M. Mass of the boat is capital M. Okay. Here, this boat is, here it is the bank of the river. So the boat, initially the boat is at a distance x naught. Initially the boat is at a distance x naught. Okay, from the bank of the river. It is the bank of river. Initially, the boat is at a distance x naught from this one. The length of the boat is say L. The length of the boat is say L. Okay. Now, one man stands in the boat at one end, whose mass is small m. One man stands at one end of the boat. Okay, I will send the notes to you. Avinash Yan, I will send notes. I will keep the notes in the WhatsApp group so that you can see. Okay. And I will upload the recorded video also. Okay, Avinash. Vinay, what is your doubt? Vinay, you respond? Vinay. Okay, right. So here, the man travel from, initially, boat is at rest, man is at rest. Okay, now the man is walking on the boat. The man is walking on the boat, and here the man is walking on the boat, and while he traveled towards the man is walking on the boat from one end to other end. That means here he comes to the position here, and whenever he reaches this end, the velocity of the man with respect to boat is equal to relative velocity, that is Vr. Velocity of the man with respect to boat. That means when you stand in the boat and if you see the velocity of the man when he reaches the other end, then his velocity is this one, Vr. Or velocity of the man with respect to boat when he reaches the other end is Vr. That is given. Actually, it is the velocity of the man with respect to boat. Okay, now velocity of the man with respect to boat means that is the relative velocity, no? V relative. That is given as simply Vr. So this can be written as velocity of the man minus velocity of the boat, no? Okay. From this, what is the velocity of the man? Velocity of the man, Vm bar is equal to, we can write Vmb bar plus Vb bar, no? Vmb bar plus Vb bar. Because here they asked what is Vb. Here, velocity of the boat, Vb bar is equal to question mark. When the man move in forward direction and before he reaches the other end, with velocity Vr with respect to boat, then what is the velocity of the boat they asked, just like velocity of the gun. Okay, now from this, velocity of the man is equal to this one. Therefore, here also, when the man traveling forward direction like this, by means of his foot, he pushes the boat in backward direction. You see, while walking also by means of foot, we pushes the ground in backward direction. Then only we can go in forward direction. Otherwise, there is no possible. Okay, here the water is not flowing. Water is not flowing. It is not upstream, downstream. Water is at rest. Water is at rest in still water. Okay. So here, while walking in forward direction, we push by means of a foot. We push the earth or ground in backward direction. That is action. Then earth also exerts the reaction force on our foot in forward direction. Due to that, it is possible to walk on the ground. Similarly, here also, while the man walking from one end to the other end here, he pushes the boat in backward direction. That is action. At the same time, boat also exerts the reaction force on the man in forward direction. Because of that, walking is possible for the man on the boat. Okay, that's why definitely as the man pushes the boat in backward direction, due to that, boat also move in backward direction. So at the instant, whenever the man reaches the other end with a velocity, this one, what is the velocity of the boat? They asked it. So here, force exerted by man on the boat or boat on the man, that is the internal force. Internal force does not alter the total movement of the system of man and boat. Here, the friction force between the water and the boat is negligible. Here, the friction between the man and boat, that is the internal force now, because we have considered the boat and man together is a system. Because of friction between the man and boat, that acts as the internal force. Without friction, it is not possible even to walk also. Without friction, can we walk on the ground? No. Here also, definitely there is a friction. Because of friction between the man and the boat, that friction acts as the internal force. Due to that, walking is possible on the boat. Now here the friction acts as the internal force, but internal force does not alter the total momentum of the system. No. Okay, that's why here also law of conservation of linear momentum is applicable here. So according to, we need the velocity of the boat. Velocity of the man we does not need because relative velocity is given. Therefore, according to law of conservation of linear momentum, okay, before man starts motion, man is at rest. That's why moment of the man is 0 and the moment of the boat is also 0 because the boat is not moving. Both are at rest initially. That's why moment of the boat and man is 0. Whenever the man, at the instant, whenever the man reaches the other end, at the time, mass of the man, small m, into velocity of the man is equal to Vm bar plus mass of the boat m into velocity of the boat Vb bar. Okay. From this, you substitute the data. M into Vm bar means Vm bar means Vmb bar. Vm bar means Vmb bar. Already we got no, plus Vb bar plus m into Vb bar. Okay. Therefore, 0 is equal to, split them, m into Vmb bar plus m into Vb bar. So m into Vb bar you write, m into Vmb bar plus cap, here m into Vb bar you write here, m into Vmb bar you write because it is a relative velocity, plus small m into Vb bar plus capital M into Vb bar. You take Vb bar common, then small m plus capital M into Vb bar, no. Therefore, from this we can write Vb bar is equal to, that means velocity of the boat is equal to minus m into Vmb bar, velocity of the man with respect to boat, or relative velocity of the man with respect to boat, Vmb bar, by m plus capital M. Here minus sign represents if the man, velocity of the man with respect to boat is in this direction. If the velocity of the man with respect to boat is towards right, then minus sign represents the boat will move backward. So velocity of the boat is in backward direction. So from the earth or from the bank, when you observe the boat will move backward with a velocity Vb bar at the instant whenever man reaches this end with a velocity Vr. Based on this velocity only, the velocity of the boat depends, because when Vmb changes, then Vb also changes. Okay, so this is the velocity of boat. Recoil velocity, recoil speed of the boat means minus we have to remove, because recoil itself represents the boat move backward. Okay, so recoil velocity of the boat is equal to this one, or this can also be written as, that is also equal to minus m into, instead of Vmb bar you write the relative velocity. So minus m into relative velocity of the man with respect to boat by m plus m. We can write like this. Okay, or here you see, as the man travel along the straight line and the boat also travel along the same straight line but in opposite direction, we need not write the vector form. Therefore, recoil speed of boat Vb is equal to, recoil means itself represents minus sign. Now you need not write the minus sign again. Okay, small m into Vmb by capital M plus small m, or that is also equal to m into Vr by m plus capital M. Without vector form I have written here. So this is the formula for recoil speed of the boat. Okay, so boat move in backward direction. Now from this formula, or in another way, Vb means, you see, we can write here, in a time t seconds with this velocity, suppose the boat move in backward direction through a distance Sb. Sb is the distance moved by the boat in backward direction. That is equal to Vb is equal to this one. No? Vb is equal to this one. Okay. Next, whenever the man travels from one end to other end, what is the displacement of the man with respect to boat? What is the displacement of the man with respect to boat? When the man travels from this end to this end, what is the displacement of the man with respect to boat? By standing in the boat, when you see man travel through a distance equal to length of the boat, no, that is the relative displacement of the man with respect to boat, that is L. Actually, from the ground, if you observe, this man cannot travel that much distance. The man cannot travel that much distance. Okay, so here velocity of the boat with respect to earth is equal to distance traveled by the boat by time. Next, here relative velocity of the man with respect to boat is equal to relative displacement of the man by time t. Now you substitute these values there. Therefore, from this equation 2, this is a 1, this is 2. From 2, VB can be written as SB by T, that is equal to M into VR means S relative by T, 1 by M plus capital M. Here TT cancel. Therefore, displacement of the boat is equal to, okay, here you write minus sign because the displacement of the boat, well, as the velocity of the boat in backward direction, displacement is in backward direction. You write like this. So displacement of the boat is equal to displacement of boat, SB is equal to minus M into S relative. What is the S relative value here? When the man travels from one end to other end, then S relative is equal to L by M plus capital M. As man travel from one end to other end of boat. Okay, so this is the distance displacement of the boat. Minus sign represents when the man has displacement in forward direction, boat will displace in backward direction. Now, in this case, at what distance? At the moment whenever the man displaces from one end to other end, at that time, what is the distance of the boat from the bank? Actually, initially, before the man starts walking or motion, the boat is at a distance x0. But when man travels from one end to other end, that means relative displacement of the man with respect to boat is L. At that time, as the boat move backward, suppose boat reaches the point here, boat travel a distance this one, that is equal to SB. Okay, this is SB. Now, at what distance the boat lies from the bank of the river? Tell me. At what distance boat lies from the bank of the river? Because when the man travels from one end to other end, the boat displaces a distance equal to SP, in backward direction. Minus sign represents the travel in this direction. Now, what is the distance of the boat from the bank? That means from this x0 you subtract SB. Okay, therefore, distance of boat from bank of the river, distance of the boat from the bank of the river is equal to x0 minus SB. x0 minus SB. Okay, what is the distance of the man from the bank of the river? Initially, at what distance the man lies from the bank of the river? Initially, the man lies at a distance x0 only. You see, this end of the boat is at a distance x0 means initially man is also at the same distance. But whenever the man travel in forward direction through up to certain distance, next here suppose the man travel a distance L with respect to boat. At the same time, boat travel a distance SB in backward direction. No? Okay, now at what distance the man lies from the boat means how we come from the bank of the river means how we can say distance of man from bank of river is equal to, initially the man is at this distance, okay, in which then after that he travel a distance L in forward direction with respect to boat. But at the same time, with respect to the earth, as the boat travel in backward direction through a distance SB, man also travel through a distance SB in backward direction. So initially he traveled L in forward, as the boat travel SB distance in backward direction, then the net displacement of the man in forward direction is equal to L minus SB. Already initially he is at a distance x0. That's why distance of the man from the bank of river is equal to x0 plus L minus SB. Therefore, that is equal to x0 plus L minus SB means you need not write again minus n because already we considered the boat move backward, we considered. That's why minus ML by M plus capital M. Now we take LCM. X0 plus, when you take LCM, you will get capital L by M plus M. This is the distance of the man from the bank of the river when he traveled from one end to other end. Suppose sometimes will be given the man traveled through a distance only only a distance equal to say x dash or x like this. Instead of L, we have to take x only. As he traveled from one end to other end, he traveled a distance L with respect to boat. That's why we have substituted L. Suppose if the man travel a distance x only with respect to boat, in such case, instead of L, we have to write x only. Okay. So this is the boat, man, river concept. If they ask the velocity, we have to use this formula. If they ask the distance of the man from the bank or what is the displacement of the boat, then we can use this formula. You see, distance of the boat from the bank of the river is equal to x naught minus xb. SB. X naught minus SB means ML by M plus M. This formula is also very, very important. Okay. So this formula is also very, very important. Of course, all these formulas are very, very, very important. So it is also based on the law of conservation of linear momentum, we can derive like this. Okay. One more example based on law of conservation of linear momentum. Shall I raise now? Where Kushal, what is your doubts? Kushal, I will meet off you. Interact with me. Okay, sir. Kushal, tell me.
X naught minus SB, no sir.
Here. Okay.
SB is equal to minus ML by.
Actually, the distance of the boat from the bank of the river is X naught plus SB. But SB is negative because it moved back. That's why we subtracted. As this SB is in backward direction, then this X naught minus SB is the distance of the boat from the bank of the river. Okay, that's why already because of SB is in backward direction means the boat move backward. This negative sign represents boat move backward. Because of that reason, we have considered only minus SB. That's why we had substitute only magnitude here. Okay.
Okay.
Here just we had substituted the magnitude only. From X naught, we had to substitute this SB. We had substituted the magnitude of this SB only. Then we got like this. Okay. Otherwise, we have to write X naught plus SB. As SB is negative in backward direction, we had substitute minus. So you'll get minus only. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Very good, man. Welcome. Right. Next. Another example. Balloon man system. Another example, balloon man system. Example 4. Balloon man system. Balloon man system. Suppose there is a balloon. Suppose it is a balloon. To the balloon there is a ladder or rope. Rope is suspended from the balloon. Or there is a ladder, rope ladder. It is the rope ladder. So by means of a rope, a ladder is made. Rope ladder. Rope ladder. Rope ladder. Okay. Now, here mass of the balloon with ladder. Kaplan. Mass of balloon with ladder is Kaplan. Okay, now a man standing on a man of mass M standing on the ladder. So M, mass of the man itself, mass of the man alone, mass of man alone. Okay, initially, whenever the man stands on the ladder, then the balloon man system is under equilibrium. The balloon is not rises upwards or falling downwards. Okay. here air resistance is ignored. Here air resistance is ignored. Okay, air resistance is ignored. Actually, buoyant force is some concept is there. Here, whenever the weight of the weight of the balloon and man acts in downwards direction, at the same time, here you see whatever the volume of the balloon, the equivalent volume of the air is displaced from this place now. Whatever the volume of the balloon, that amount of air in the atmosphere is displaced from this position. That's why the balloon occupies the place in the air or atmosphere. So whatever the volume of the air displaced by the balloon, the equivalent weight of the air displaced, whatever the volume of the air displaced, their mass is say m, their weight is equal to mg. The weight equivalent to volume of the air displaced by the balloon acts on the balloon in upward direction. That is called buoyant force. Actually, that buoyant force concept is not there here. Later we will have that chapter. Fluid mechanics is there. Okay, that buoyant force will act on the balloon in upward direction, and weight of the man with weight of the ladder acts in downwards direction. Okay, now it is under equilibrium because man is at rest. Now the entire system is under equilibrium. Initially, balloon man system is under equilibrium. That means whatever the forces acts, okay, upward forces, downward forces, they are balanced. That's why the entire system is under equilibrium. All are at rest with respect to Earth. Okay, now you see, suppose the man move upwards, with respect to balloon or with respect to ladder of the balloon. The man move upwards with a velocity of the man with respect to balloon, VMB, in upward direction. The man walking by held the rope. By held the rope here. The man is walking like this. Okay, he is moving upward with a velocity VMB in upward direction. At the same time, the balloon also moves. With what velocity the balloon moves? What is the velocity of the balloon? Velocity of the balloon is say VB. VB is called question mark. That is the case. Okay. Now here also you see, whenever the man moving upwards with respect to balloon with a velocity VMB. Okay. Now the man pushes the rope or ladder in downwards direction, and then he will rise upwards. Without pushing the rope in downwards direction, the man cannot go upwards. That's why here man exerts the force on the ladder in downwards direction. That is the internal force. Because we consider the balloon man system. Man and balloon together as a system we consider. Force exerted by man on the balloon or ladder of the balloon is the action. That is the internal force. At the same time, balloon exerts the reaction force on the man in upward direction. Due to that, the man move upwards. Here the force exerted by man on the balloon or balloon on the man, that is the internal force. Already, as you know, internal force does not alter the momentum of the system. Okay, before the man starts motion in upward direction, balloon is at rest, man is also at rest. That's why according to, here we can apply the law of conservation of linear momentum. No? According to law of conservation of linear momentum, before the man starts motion, velocity of the man is 0, velocity of the balloon is also 0. Whenever the man moving upwards with a velocity VMB, then you see velocity of the man with respect to balloon, as balloon and man both all are traveling along vertical direction. That's why you need not write vector form. VMB is equal to VM minus VB, or velocity of the man VM is equal to VMB, or you can write in vector form also, no problem. VM bar is equal to VMB bar. Okay, VM bar is equal to VMB bar plus VB bar. This is equation 1. Now, okay, before the man starts motion with a velocity VMB upwards, it is the relative velocity. It is the relative velocity. Okay, VR bar. Here, before the man starts motion, velocity of the man is 0, balloon is also 0 because they are under equilibrium. Now, when the man starts motion with a velocity VMB bar or VR bar in upward direction, then according to law of conservation of linear momentum, mass of the man into velocity of the man VM bar with respect to Earth. We are given velocity VR bar means it is the velocity of the man with respect to balloon. But while substituting the values here, according to law of conservation of linear momentum, with respect to earth, velocity of the man is vm bar. That's why mass of the man into velocity of the man plus from the earth when you observe with what velocity balloon moves, that is vb bar. So mass of the balloon capital into velocity of the balloon bar. Therefore here 0 is equal to m into vm bar, means velocity of the man is equal to velocity of the man with respect to balloon plus vb bar. Okay, keep in brackets, plus m into vb bar. So 0 is equal to m into vmb bar plus m into vb bar plus capital M into vb bar. You take vb bar common, then into small m plus capital M, no? Therefore velocity of the balloon vb bar is equal to minus m into vb bar vmb bar by m plus capital M, or minus m into vmb bar means vr bar by m plus capital M. Here minus sign represents whenever the vr bar is in upward direction, then velocity of the balloon is in downward direction. If vmb bar is in downward direction, then this velocity of the balloon is in upward direction. That means definitely this minus sign represents vb bar is opposite to vr bar. Okay, along the straight line as man and balloon travels, then simply we can write in scalar form also. vb is equal to minus m into vr by m plus capital M. We can write like this also. I think you observed all these formulas. Most of your boatman system, we observed boatman system. Next balloon, this man system. Next bullet system. All are we got the same formulas, no? Same formulas in all cases, but the same concept is applied in different cases, in different ways. Approaches are different, but concept is same. Okay, yeah, all are similar, right? I think you could understand now. So you can do one more problem also in the question paper based on this concept. Based on this concept, you can do one more concept also. Not only one more, already boatman system is also there. So far based on these concepts, you can do 3 problems in our question paper. Okay, next, shall I raise? Yeah, truck concept also same. Truck or boat, both are same. Okay, today I will send the question paper to you with the solutions also. So based on these concepts, if any unattempted problems are there, today you do with the solutions also. They help to you to do the problems. Even then if you are not getting the problem, tomorrow you ask me, tomorrow I will discuss paper for half an hour. Yeah, monkey concept, I think monkey concept I will discuss now itself. Okay, here this is the case. Next, example 5, motion of rockets. Motion of rocket hyphen variable mass system. Variable mass system. Of course, we will discuss it as the separate topic here. So side heading, motion of the rocket hyphen variable mass system. It is another topic. Actually, it also obeys the Newton's third law of motion and law of conservation of linear momentum. We apply that concept here. Okay, here you see motion of rocket hyphen variable mass system. We know as long as the rocket move upwards, the hard gases inside the rocket comes out. No, whenever hard gases comes out, as long as the rocket move upwards, as hard gases comes out, the mass of the rocket gradually decreases. It does not remains constant. It does not remains constant. Okay, that's why that rocket can be treated as the variable mass system. Yeah, downwards I said no. When the balloon, when the man, here in case of balloon and rope system, when the man comes down, balloon move upwards. Balloon move upwards. Okay, already I said that point also I explained now. Okay, right. Now here there is a rocket. Here there is a rocket. Here hard gases comes out from the rocket like this. Hard gases comes out from the rocket. Okay. Here you see velocity of the hard gases comes out with respect to rocket. Velocity here, the hard gases comes out with a relative velocity. That means velocity of the, okay, you write in scalar form, that's all. So velocity of the gases with respect to rocket, that is equal to say VR. Relative velocity of the hard gases with respect to rocket, or velocity of the gases with respect to rocket, or relative velocity of the gases with respect to rocket. So velocity of hard gases with respect to rocket, is equal to V relative, that is equal to VZR is equal to VR. Okay. Suppose at any instant of time, whenever the hard gases comes out, suppose the initial at t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, the velocity of the rocket is say V0. Of course, that may be at rest also. Okay, at t is equal to 0, when the rocket is observed, at that time, the velocity of the rocket is say V0. If it starts from rest, you put V0 equal to 0. In general, I am telling. Okay, so velocity of the velocity of the rocket at t is equal to 0 or at initial is equal to V0. Okay, now whenever the hard gases comes out like this, after, suppose you see, at any time t, mass of rocket is capital M. But at t is equal to 0, initial mass of the rocket is say m0. But at certain instant of time, whenever the hard gases comes out, some mass comes out, no? That's why at certain instant of time t, the mass of the rocket here is say m. Okay, now at t plus dt time and velocity, at this instant of time t, velocity of the rocket is v, say that v is in upward direction, because whenever the hard gases comes out, rocket will move upward direction, no? Because whenever the hard gases comes out here, the rocket pushes the hard gases in downwards direction by high pressure developed inside the rocket, because inside the rocket fuel chamber is there. Inside of the rocket fuel chamber is there. In that fuel chamber, whenever the fuel burns, the vapors are produced. That as long as the vapors are produced, the pressure is very high. At high pressure, the hard gases are pushed by the rocket through small hole. Here there is a small hole in the rocket, that is called orifice at the bottom. Okay, through orifice, the hard gases comes out. The hard gases comes out with a velocity VR with respect to rocket. Okay, because of high pressure, the hard gases are pushed by the rocket in downwards direction. Okay, in this direction. That's why here that is action. So because of action, hard gases comes out. At the same time, while the hard gases comes out through the orifice, then hard gases exert the reaction force on the rocket in upward direction. Just like you keep the hose pipe on the smooth floor, and when you switch on, when you just open the tap, whenever the water comes out through the that pipe, through the mouth, then at the same time water comes out through the mouth of the pipe in forward direction. At the same time, the pipe will move backward direction, no? Because of action, the water comes out in forward direction, but water also exert the reaction force on the pipe. That's why they move backward. You see that situation. We can, now and then we see that situation. Okay, so here at this time, whenever the hard gases comes out due to action, as reaction acts on the rocket, reaction acts on the rocket in upward direction, and here on the rocket, action on the hard gases, action acts. So because of this reaction, the rocket move upward. At any instant of time t, the velocity of the velocity of the rocket is v, and mass of the rocket is m. Okay, after t plus dt seconds, at instant of time t, mass of the rocket is m and velocity is v. At t plus dt seconds, that means after a little bit more time, after a small time interval dt, that means at an instant t plus dt, What about the mass of the rocket? Is it remains m or changes? Suppose in dt seconds, dm mass of the fuel comes out in the form of hot gases. In dt seconds, yeah, mass reduces. Was very good. So in dt seconds, suppose dm mass of the hot gases comes out, then the remaining mass of the rocket is m minus delta m or m minus dm. So at t plus dt time, the mass of the hot gas, the mass of the rocket remained is m minus dm, where dm is the mass of the hot gases comes out in a small interval of time dt. At that time, what about the velocity? At that time, what about the velocity? Here, force exerted by hot gases on the rocket is the reaction, and rocket exert the force on the hot gas is the action. These are the internal forces. These are the internal forces. Okay, so because of internal forces, there is no change in the total moment of the system. So when there is no change in the total moment of the system, at the instant whenever mass is m, velocity is v. Whenever the mass reduces, obviously velocity increases, no? Velocity increases, no? Because momentum is constant. Momentum is constant. So initial momentum is mv at an instant of time t. After dt seconds means at a time t plus dt. As mass is this one, velocity would be increased, no? That's why suppose the velocity is increased by dv, then v plus dv is the velocity of the rocket at t plus dt time, where dv is the increase in velocity of the rocket in a time dt seconds. Okay, now here, now we apply the conservation of linear momentum concept there. So according to conservation of linear momentum, so before hot gases ejects out, here moreover, you see here velocity of the gas with respect to rocket is equal to velocity of the gas minus velocity of the rocket. Velocity of the gases with respect to rocket is equal to velocity of the gases minus velocity of the rocket. Okay, implies velocity of the rocket is equal to, sorry, velocity of the gas Vg is equal to, from this formula you see here, velocity of the gas with respect to rocket is equal to velocity of the gas minus velocity of the rocket, implies velocity of the gas is equal to velocity of the gas with respect to rocket minus plus velocity of the rocket. So therefore velocity of the gas is equal to what is the velocity of the gas with respect to rocket? Sorry, here velocity of the rocket is taken as okay, here relative velocity is taken as this only, no? V relative. So you write relative. This is V relative. 1 minute. Because we imagined as the relative velocity, okay, relative velocity is V relative, no? It is the velocity of the rocket. Okay, we can keep like that only. No problem. Okay. So therefore, velocity of the gas is equal to, what is the direction of VCR? What is the direction of velocity of the hot gases with respect to rocket? Velocity of the hot gases with respect to rocket. What is the direction of the velocity of the hot gases with respect to rocket? In downwards direction. These are in downwards direction. What about the velocity of the rocket? These are in upward direction. No? Now, 1 minute. So here from this formula, here you see, when you substitute the data, velocity of the gas with respect to rocket is equal to relative velocity V relative, that is equal to, suppose the relative velocity of the hot gas is say U. Okay, that's why this is equal to U is equal to velocity of the hot gases. What is the direction of velocity of the hot gases? Velocity of the gases comes down, no? That's why minus Vg you write. minus velocity of the rocket is along positive direction only, that is equal to capital V. So velocity of the rocket is V. Therefore, you take minus common. Velocity of the hot gases, not relative velocity of hot gases with respect to rocket. When you see the hot gases from the earth, what is the velocity of the gases? Means Vg plus velocity of the rocket V. So minus sign represents the relative velocity of the hot gases is that is in downwards direction. That means that is opposite to the velocity of the rockets. Okay, now you apply the conservation of linear momentum. So according to law of conservation of linear momentum, initially according to law of conservation of linear momentum, initially at an instant of time t, the momentum of the rocket is equal to m into v. That is equal to, after some time, t plus delta t, the momentum of the rocket is equal to mass of the rocket m minus dm into velocity of the rocket v plus dv. Both are in the same direction only. You see, initially at any time t, velocity of the rocket is upwards. After t plus delta t dt time, velocity of the rocket is v plus dv. That is also in upward direction only. That's why both are in the same direction. Now mv is equal to, you split them, you multiply them, mv plus m into dv minus dm into v minus into plus minus dm into dv. Okay, here mv cancel. Okay, here this can be ignored because dm is very small, dv is very small. In a small interval of time, the mass of the hot gases comes out through the orifice of the rocket is very small compared with the mass of the rocket. That's why this can be neglected. Change in velocity is also very small. That's why this can be imagined as zero. It can be ignored. Therefore, 0 is equal to m into dv minus dm into v, or mdv is equal to v into dm. mdv is equal to v into dm. Okay, therefore from this dv is equal to or dv by v is equal to dm by m, we can write now. dv by v is equal to dm by, what about v value? Here mass of the rocket is how much? We substituted wrongly. Here v plus dv is the velocity of the rocket. Okay, here 1 minute. Here you see, here velocity of the, at initial, m is the mass of the rocket with mass of the fuel. After t plus dt seconds, as the dm mass of the gas comes out, then mass of momentum of the rocket remained is m minus dm into v plus dv. Plus at the same time, mass of the fuel comes out now with this velocity. That's why we have to write mass of the hot gases comes out is dm into velocity of the hot gases is minus vg, no? Because hot gases comes out, rocket is moving upwards and hot gases comes downwards. That's why minus vg we have to write. Okay, I forgot that point. So here this is equal to minus, we can write that also, no? dm into vg or vg into dm. Now you see here, you bring this total term to left, then we will get dm, you take common. When you take dm common, v plus vg is equal to m into dv. Okay, v plus vg is what? V plus vg is equal to relative velocity, no? So dm into, is it minus or plus? V plus vg is equal to minus, you see, minus vg plus v is equal to u relative or v relative. Okay, that's why vg plus v can be written as minus v relative, no? Minus v relative. That means it is a relative velocity of the hot gases with respect to rocket. That is taken as u here. Of course, we can write u also, is equal to m into dv. Therefore, minus dm into, it is the relative velocity v relative, you keep like this only, is equal to m into dv. Now, therefore, shall I erase this one? Are you, I will write here plus dm into minus vz, I write here. Then here you see, from this dv is equal to, we can write dv is equal to minus v relative into dm by m, we can write now. dv is equal to minus dm by m into v relative. Okay, now you integrate on both sides. At t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0, suppose if the velocity of the rocket is v naught, after any time t, at t, as we are integrating with respect to mass, here at t is equal to 0, we have to write the mass limits. At t is equal to 0, suppose the mass of the rocket with the fuel is say m naught. Mass of the rocket with the fuel is say m naught. After some time t, the mass of the rocket with the fuel is say capital M. At that time, velocity of the rocket is say v. Integral dv means v. When you substitute the limits v naught to v is equal to minus v relative into, what about integral dm by m? Tell me, what is the integral dm by m? What is the integral 1 by x dx? What is the integral 1 by x dx? Tell me, what is the integral 1 by x dx? Log x, no? Yeah, very good. Similarly, minus v relative into integral dm by m. Integral dm by m means log m, no? Log m or ln m, natural logarithm, m. Limits m to m naught. So you substitute the limits here. V minus v naught, here you will get first upper limit we had substitute. Before substituting lower limit, you had to put minus sign. So minus v relative into, first upper limit you substitute ln m naught. Before substituting lower limit, you put minus sign ln m. Okay, so v is equal to, you write minus v naught on right side. So v naught minus v relative. Here you see, you take minus common here. Then minus means plus v relative into ln m minus ln m naught. So therefore, v is equal to v naught plus v relative into ln m by m naught, we can write now. Because ln m by m naught, that can be written as ln m minus ln m naught. Okay, so ln m by ln m naught. Sorry, here I substituted in reverse order. M naught and m is there now. You see, here m naught m. So I have substitute m naught m here. So it becomes m. Ln m minus ln m naught you will get. Okay, when you take minus common, then ln m naught minus ln m you will get. Okay, very good. So therefore, this becomes ln m naught by m. Okay, okay, now okay. Now it is okay, Pranav. Right. Therefore, velocity of the rocket at any instant, whenever the mass of the rocket is capital M, mass of the rocket remains capital M is, you see, initially rocket starts motion. Initially, the mass of the rocket is m naught at the instant whenever it starts motion with a velocity v naught. After some time, whenever the mass of the rocket becomes m, because after some time as the hard gases comes out, some mass is reduced. Whenever the remaining mass is capital M, then velocity of the rocket v is equal to v naught plus v relative into ln m naught by m. Okay, this is the general formula. So here v relative means that is the velocity of the hard gases with respect to rocket. That is very, very important. That is taken as u. That's why v is equal to v naught plus v relative means u into ln m naught by m. Here we have to substitute only u magnitude only. Again, we should not consider the minus sign, because after minus sign is considered only, we have obtained the relation. That's why while substituting the data, we should not substitute again u is minus. Velocity of the hard gases, we should not substitute again minus sign. By considering the minus sign only, We got this relation. That's why while substituting the data, you substitute directly without using any sign convention. You use this formula without any sign convention. That is important. Okay. So this is the formula for velocity of the rocket at any time whenever the mass of the rocket is m. Okay. Now in this case, so this is equation 1. Okay. Now from this equation 1, in this m naught is mass of rocket plus mass of the fuel, no? Mass of fuel. Total mass of the rocket with fuel it is. M is the mass of the rocket with fuel remained. So m naught means mass of the rocket plus mass of the fuel. M is the mass of rocket plus mass of fuel remained after some time. Mass of fuel remained. Mass of the fuel remained. Okay, now in this some points we need. This is general formula. What is the thrust on the rocket? Thrust means the reaction force acts on the rocket due to hot gases. Thrust on the rocket. Thrust on rocket is equal to F. That is equal to thrust on the rocket means whenever the hot gases comes out, the force acts on the rocket due to hot gas is called thrust on the rocket. Here you see, as the hot gases comes out here, the force exerted by rocket on the hot gases is equal to relative velocity. Already I said relative velocity into dm by dt, because mass is variable. Velocity with which hot gases comes out is constant. So u into dm by dt. It is the thrust on the rocket. So thrust on the rocket is equal to u into dm by dt. Okay. Because of this thrust on the rocket will accelerate. Next, burnt out speed. B. Burnt out speed of rocket. That is a VB. Burnt out speed of the rocket means here the rocket will accelerate in upward direction as long as the hot gases comes out. When fuel totally exhausted, no hot gases comes out. At that time, whatever the velocity acquired by the rocket, that is the maximum velocity, that is called burnt out velocity or maximum velocity of rocket. So what is the maximum velocity of the rocket or burnt out speed of the rocket? In such case, Vmax is equal to formula V0 plus U into ln. What about M0? M0 is the mass of the rocket with fuel taken by capital M. To obtain the burnt out speed here, burnt out speed means the velocity of the rocket after total fuel is exhausted. When total fuel is exhausted, this M is the mass of the rocket alone, no? That's why here mass of the rocket alone we have to write. Mass of rocket only. This is the formula for burnt out speed of the rocket. So Vmax is equal to burnt out speed, that is equal to V0 plus U into ln M0 by mass of the rocket alone, Mr, where Mr, mass of rocket alone. Okay, then you will get the burnt out speed like this. This is the important formula. For advanced, they may ask based on this. Okay, so this is burnt out speed. Next, suppose if the effect of gravity is considered. If effect of here, the force exerted by hot gas on the rocket is very large compared with the gravitational force or weight of the rocket. That's why the weight is not considered. Suppose if weight of the rocket is also considered. If weight of the rocket is also considered. When effect of gravity is considered. See, when effect of gravity is considered. You see, when effect of gravity is considered. Suppose at any instant of time, suppose here mass of the rocket is m, say, then weight mg acts downwards direction, and thrust on the rocket is in upward direction. Thrust on the rocket is equal to relative velocity of the rocket u, v relative velocity of the hot gases with respect to rocket is equal to u. That's why v relative into dm by dt. Here it is the mass of the hot gases comes out per second, that is dm by dt. Okay, therefore, because of thrust on the rocket, force acts on the rocket. What is the net force acts on the rocket? At that instant, net force acts on the rocket is equal to thrust on the rocket minus this one. That means definitely whenever the thrust on the rocket is greater than weight, then only the rocket will move upwards. That's why this will be greater. So v relative into dm by dt minus mg. This is equal to mass of the rocket into acceleration of the rocket, where a acceleration of rocket. In this way, we can write this is the net force acts on the rocket. Net force acts on the rocket. Of course, here they ask it just here whenever the thrust on the rocket is relative velocity of the hot gases with respect to rocket, VRL relative given, dm by dt is given. So thrust on the rocket we know. Then what is the acceleration of the rocket? They ask it. Simply, there is no mg. So by this formula they ask it. Here u is given, dm by dt is given in our question paper. Okay, thrust on the rocket we know. From that we can find the acceleration of the rocket now. That is equal to ma. We can find the acceleration of the rocket now. So this is equal to, from this is equal to mass of the rocket into acceleration of the rocket. This is the case. So this is the motion of rocket versus hyphen variable mass system. Okay, it is also very important topic. What is the time now? 8:28 is there. 8:28 is over. Pranav. Tell me, Pranav.
Sir,
Speak out.
in previous case you wrote integration step, no sir? Sir.
Pranav, okay.
Yes, sir.
You asked me to unmute you, no?
Yes, sir. Sir, in previous case you wrote here integration step, no sir?
Pranav.
Sir. I am talking, sir.
We should not consider the gravity.
Sir, not that, sir.
No,
in before
because
case you wrote
ask me doubts. Okay.